Explosive diarrhea, please excuse the smell. Explosive diarrhea, my butthole burns like a cake to hell. Explosive diarrhea, yes I know it's foul. Find another bathroom, I'm gonna be here for a while.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Another episode back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Hey, you know what I found out this week?
what?
I am just a lowly nothing that rides your coattails.
Just now you found this?
Yeah, I mean, I've known it. I've known it since
ju-
this thing began.
That was a joke. No, you're not. You do
Well-
all the heavy lifting around here.
Yeah, but people don't give a crap about heavy lifting. People, so I was listening to the old Pickle Home Companion,
Mm-hmm.
and between one of the guests that they recently had on and whatnot, I've just really come to realize that the insiders were really just a fart in the history of literally a fart in the annals of music, and everybody's just a 500 fan.
I don't
as
like
far
where
as-
this is
and then-
going.
And then everybody's just a big Reese Roper fan.
Also not true. Okay, so now we know this person is not a credible source.
I don't know. He runs a podcast called I think it's called Cringy Christianity.
Sounds made up.
Well, he did make it up. I think he invented he had to think of a name for his show. So in that sense, it is made up. It wasn't a natural. It was, it didn't just, the letters just didn't come together. But yeah, so all day long, I've just been just come to grips that I don't even think I'm second fiddle. I think I'm like seventh piccolo.
Joe, just
Yeah.
because this guy who came up with some podcast, you and I both know anybody can make a podcast.
Yeah,
Okay?
boy, do we know that.
Do we know that? So
Yeah.
he just made a podcast, and then you want
Yeah, but
his
it
favorite
doesn't
band.
mean his words don't ring true.
Yeah, but who is he? Who is
I-
this guy?
I believe it's a guy who set you up with Chris DeMakes.
I think that guy was the saxophone player in my band.
I don't think so.
That's
This guy
guy.
said
He goes
he's
by
like
Leonard Part 6.
I
the
think he's like
saxophone in my band.
the talent. I think he's like the talent scout for Chris DeMakes a podcast.
Oh, Chris Papaglio, He has is he the other guy on Chris to Makes a Podcast?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was like half listening. I was like half listening to the Pickle Home Companion, because at that point, when everything was just talking about Reese Roper, my ego couldn't take it, and so I shut down.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
shut
wait.
down and was like, "That's it. I'm calling Jason Carson, and I'm starting a new podcast."
Joe, I don't think you should take that as anything. I don't think it means anything, sir.
Well, okay. So how's your week going?
So far, when does the week start? Does it start like on Sunday
Yesterday.
or Monday?
Yesterday, and I think
Starts on Tuesdays?
it starts on Mondays, man. It starts on Mondays.
Wait, is today Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
People,
So for me,
can-
it starts on Mondays as well. Correct.
Yeah, can we back this up? People who are like, yeah, but the calendar, technically the calendar, the week, it starts on Sunday. No, it doesn't. The Sunday is the end of your week. You gear up for Monday. People, it's 2024. Let's stop with this. The week starts on Sunday nonsense. It
Joe-
doesn't.
It just 2025.
Yeah. Come on, people. It's 2025. The calendar doesn't start on Sunday. When you go to sleep on Saturday night, you're not like, oh, the week starts tomorrow. Got to get ready for the week. No, you're like, I got one more day. I got one more day before the week starts. Why do we? I think we just stepped into some ruffled feathers.
My work schedule week starts on Sundays, and that's only because it's for science. I don't know why they did that. I don't know. I don't know why.
Huh. Maybe it wasn't to like split up so like nobody has to work a full weekend, like you always get a day.
Yeah. No. They work like most of my staff work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So probably they did it to prevent them from getting too much overtime. It's goofy, but it works.
But dear Lord, this whole
So Monday, Monday starts it for me. Monday. It's great. Week's going good. I had an all nurses meeting today, which 2 people came to. And that was cool.
Was there a pillow fight?
No. I was like, I'm trying to inspire my staff. I try and get them to be nice to each other. It's hard when 2 of them come. Like, you guys be nice to each other. And they're like, we are.
And you're like, if Jimmy Carter were here right now.
Mm-hmm. That's what I tell them.
You're like, Jimmy Carter and a drag queen walk into a bar.
I call him
and
JC.
Everyone's mean. And
like,
then everyone gets saved. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I tell them.
You should.
Hey, you know what we need to talk about before we get too far into this? What? Today is Daniel Rock's birthday. Happy birthday, Daniel.
Daniel Rock, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Get it out.
To you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel Rockard.
Like my nipple.
Happy birthday. Daniel, I'll send you some spicy pics later for your birthday.
We just made this rated PG-13 podcast by showing our nips.
Yeah, we bared our breasts for Daniel Rock because that is what he means to us.
Yeah.
That is what he means to us. That we would rip our clothes and show our cleavage and our breasts, our supple breasts for the man.
Let's not go podcast. Let's not go crazy. Nobody's ripping any clothes. Okay. I only have 6 pairs of this scrub top, and I got to make it last till the end of time because they quit making them. And it's all I wear.
You know what you got to get?
What?
You got to get a pair of Dixon flannel pants.
That sounds no joke.
They're not flannel. They're not flannel pants.
Uh-huh.
They're the most comfortable pants. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there, buy a pair of Dixon flannel pants.
So about every 3 months, you come up with a new item of clothing.
Yeah.
And it is like, you are like their spokesman. Like,
yeah, for free. I don't get anything for free.
They should hire you. All these places.
Yeah, because I mean,
the shorts,
literally
the Japanese shorts.
Yeah, the Japanese shorts.
True.
I moved on from them because they all shrunk when I washed them.
They did.
Yeah, True Classic Tees.
True Classic Tees.
Still have drawers full of them.
Yeah. There's some sort of sandal at one point.
Sandal.
Was there?
I mean, maybe was it this here? Was it my Adidas slide?
Yes, it was. Adidas slides.
I mean, these are brilliant. Greatest ever made. It's like walking on clouds.
Walking on clouds. There was an underwear. Was there an underwear?
There might be. I'm not wearing any now.
Seriously? You're just going pro style?
No. I'm wearing them. I've gone from like 15 years ago, 2 decades ago. I went from like the baggy boxers that you don't even you don't get why you're even wearing them. You know?
You thought
I
it
went-
was comfortable because you went from tidy whities to that. And you're like, oh my
Correct.
gosh, my nuts don't feel squeezed all the time.
Correct. And
Right.
then you get to the point where you're like, I need a little something. Like,
Right.
you know, like my micro wiener needs some sort of support.
Yeah.
And so then you go with boxer briefs. So I went with boxer briefs for a long time. And then I went with the athletic boxer brief,
Yep.
which was like kind of like almost like a breathable spandexy material. And I have recently gone back to like Calvin Klein cotton boxer briefs. Oh,
Okay.
my wiener, my nuts, love it.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
I'd find that the thing I like the most is not worrying about that stuff. I just have I have this 6 pairs of the same scrub top. I have 4 pairs of the same scrub bottom. I have a drawer of gray t-shirts and a drawer of the same underwear, same socks. I've got backups that I bought from Costco in another drawer just when those give out so I can switch them in, and that's all I'm wearing.
I'm with you for most of that. The undergarments, my tops, my true classic tees, it's all black and gray. And then so I have those to wear, whether that's as the shirt or as an undershirt. Socks, all the same socks, black socks, all the same company, Dickies, black socks. Although lately, because I had this wound on my leg, I had to wear some compression socks.
Oh wow.
So I was wearing some like knee high. I looked like I was like a Catholic high school girl wearing like knee high socks that were black, like some compression socks. So I was wearing those, and they're
Yeah.
not too comfortable. But my normal is like the black Dickie crew sock. In the summer, I do the Adidas no show, some black
too
no
much.
shows.
Already it's too much work. What you've just described, too much work. Same socks. When it's summer, same shoes. Doc Martens, Combs leather, like that, the canvas. And then you just, in the summer, if you have to wear shorts, if it's so hot, just pull your socks way up. That's what kids love.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
the kids want.
That's why when you came up to our place, you had your car vandalized because you got out and looked like you were from the moon because you were wearing giant combat boots with giant socks.
Not
And-
because I had a Bernie Sanders sticker on a Prius
And that added to it.
in Michigan.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
everybody's like
Up north
UAW.
Michigan.
Everybody's like UAW retired super Republicans, and they're just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I had to like park my car like a little bit further down because I didn't want mine getting like friendly
Hey,
fire.
they just took the Bernie sticker off. How kind of them. Oh man,
You're like, they made room for my Kamala. My Kamala.
for Christmas, my sister got me a sticker, and it's like Bernie, like doing his skateboard trick, and it just says Bernie on his skateboard. That's going on my truck. Just in
Nice.
case people are like, fucking Republicans, then they'll be like,
You're like, that's going on my truck next to my gun rack.
my brain just had a seizure.
I just had a stroke 5 minutes ago. I shook it off. That's not funny. That's not strokes.
Strokes are funny sometimes.
I don't believe strokes are funny.
I mean,
so
it's funny
anyway,
if it's not you.
yeah. So what are the 5-iron shows coming up?
Oh man, we have some shows. Friday we're playing the big city of Seattle.
Ooh, you gonna
And-
throw some fish?
I don't know. Is that what you're supposed to do? Throw them at the crowd? Fish?
Yeah.
Just hug them out there? I'll do it.
There's like a certain like there's like a certain like way you gotta do it. But
Like
you
you're at
just
the
zing-
Pike Market, you zing it
Yeah.
out there.
You go and you buy them. I wouldn't go to the Pike Market. You're going to spend a lot. I would go to a local grocery store and buy whatever's on sale, the fish that's at the end of the shelf life.
And
I would
anything in the
zing-
back that I could throw at the crowd?
I would just
Anything you're about
zing-
to...
I just got to zing some fillets, just some cutlets.
You got anything you're about to make into cat food back there?
Did I have it?
I'm going to throw it at the crowd. I'm going to
You
nail it to a cross and use it for a still
Oh,
life
Lord.
for my my freshman year painting class.
Oh,
Did I tell you about that? I mean,
no.
so I was an art minor in college. We've never talked about this. I don't talk about this with anyone. I was an art minor in college, which I used today as a director of nursing. I've used my graphic art skills to make a poster for the time clock that says, "Don't milk it," and it has a picture of a cow.
It
But-
should just have like udders, just the thickest kind of goobery looking udders.
Milk it. That's next. I should have asked you, Joe. So
Or
anyway,
a man with large breasts.
well,
and just
I,
have it say, "Don't milk it."
I went to the University of Colorado at Denver, and so I had a fine arts minor, which meant I had to take 3 semesters of painting, 2 semesters, 3 semesters of photography, all this stuff.
Fine arts. You're like, "How's my picture?" They're like, "It's fine," and you're like, "Cool, I passed."
Cool. That's a C.
That's fine. Just
Fine.
fine arts, not great arts,
It's-
not like really creative. Just
No.
fine arts. That's
Any-
fine.
Any art class is ridiculous because like you're not really being taught, you're just being judged by your other students, by the other guys in the class. Like you paint and your instructor walks around and she'll be like, maybe try this. What are you going for here? Work on this composition. She'll give you a little bit of prodding, but not teach you. Okay. Like I was never taught to paint. I learned more from watching Joy of Painting than from whatever I paid $30,000 for. So, but like then you'd be in like when the assignment was due, you'd all put up your paintings and then you'd critique each other, and it would be awful, like the most god awful thing, because you'd be like, you'd have to say something, and usually it wasn't good. Sometimes it would be good and you'd be like just gushing, and then when you had to talk about the other people, you felt really shitty because you just gushed about this guy's still life. So like the first painting we had to do was, she's like, just paint something abstract, and I was like, all I can afford is red, yellow, and blue paint. So I did it in red, yellow, and blue paint. And I was thinking I was going to mix it, but I was like, I don't know. Like, I just painted something I liked. It looks like 3 pillars and it's paint. And then they started just tearing me a new asshole, like just tearing me up. And the one guy who was gifted, just super brilliant painter in this class, who had also no coaching, like he just was like, this is what I want to do. And it's not like we're going to an art school, but like, he is like, no, because like everybody's just like, it's great. It looks good. And then he gets to him and I'm like wanting to hear what this guy thinks, because I think he's good. And he goes, I don't get it, man. I don't think this is good at all. I don't get what you're trying to do. What are you trying to do? And I was like, okay, we're talking We're talking real. I like this. So I go, okay, I didn't like the assignment. I don't like abstract paintings, and I started painting, and I only can afford 3 colors, and I just used my favorite brush. I was trying to do the whole thing with this brush my grandma gave me. It's a Bob Ross paintbrush, and I was like, I'm just gonna do the best I can. I'm only using this brush. And he goes, "That's fucking rad, man. Okay, I get it." All I didn't tell him was I was like painting, doing the best I could, my Bob Ross paintbrush from my grandma, and he was like, "Okay, you're in."
Was
And
any of
then-
that true, or was that just a lie?
Absolutely true. It's still in my basement, a painting.
Okay.
So then this second one, she's like, just paint a still life. So this guy, he takes a canvas, and I swear to God, it was like this big, like 4 inches by 2 inches. And he had taken like a toothpick, tied a maraschino cherry, because he knew it wouldn't spoil, onto a string, and hung it in this teeny glass bottle. It was like a shooter. Where am I here? It was like this, but it was square, and he kinked it just enough so it wasn't just like straight angles, and then painted it, and it looked realistic, like on this teeny 4x2 painting, like canvas. I hope this guy's a millionaire now. He was so gifted, like did not need this class at all. He was just like, I have to check this box so I can say I got a degree from my parents. So good. And so me, I'm just like, well, I don't like this assignment either. I don't like still lives. I'm going to paint the weirdest shit I can. And so I went to King Soopers, which is the Colorado version or the Denver version of Kroger. And there was like trout that was about to go bad. And I bought it because it was $1, and I nailed it to a cross and painted it as like it was a still life in the middle of like a just this churning ocean. So like churning ocean, boat parts, and then a cross with a dead fish nailed on it. And I was like, that's interesting. And everybody in the class hated me because they had to smell this damn fish because it had to stay in there for a week, and it was was overdue. But it was cool. And then that guy was like, "This is real good, man. You're doing good." So
And the teacher's like, I beg to differ. He's doing fine.
She kept on just being like, "Can you finish? Can you get rid of this fish, please? What about taking it home and finishing this?"
Yeah. You guys are all allowed to take your assignments home. And you can actually go right now. You can leave class right now.
Yes.
Yuck.
It was, but man, like I was so proud. I was like, I made it something I liked, and then I painted it, which is, I guess, kind of how I've done Fiverr. I'll get an assignment I don't like, and then I'll change it to something I do.
Yeah, that's kind of your whole life, isn't it?
Whole life. You know what speaking of Fiverr, and here's an assignment I got that I didn't do that with. When we were making out in Fiverr, which I often do with everybody except Leonore. No,
Because that'd be weird.
we were making Fiverr and Frenzy 2 Electric Boogaloo, and I think Andy wrote the song Car, which is in 5/8 time. And it's weird. Like if you heard the demo without words, you would just be like, what am I supposed to be doing with this? And my hope was it was going to get dropped. Like we wrote a couple extra songs, and I was like, I can't, man. We're trying to make a hit record. Like this is our push to try and get into the mainstream. And I was like, this is not the thing. But all the guys in the band, like they were just like, oh my God, orgasming. Like they just
Oh.
loved it. They were like, I love this song. It's so good. It's like,
That had to be a weird practice.
It's always like that. I'm always the guy. I'm like, let's make pop hits. And they're like, no.
No, let's do mathcore.
Yeah, let's do mathcore. I'd like to pay for your kids' college tuition with my integrity. That's what Five Iron is like.
Well, apparently you have a giant following, says the Pickle Home Companion,
Jeez.
that just absolutely swings from your skin chandelier.
Thank you. Not true. But like,
True.
so when I was given that song, I spent about maybe an hour trying to be like, dude, I cannot make this a hit song. I cannot make this good. I can't do anything with it. And Leonore was like, can you please let me write lyrics? And I'm like, you can't do it any worse than I can. And
she's like, oh, thanks for the vote of confidence.
no, I mean, like, she made this song about her brother who had passed away like 6 months before that. He died in a car crash. So the song is called Car. It's about her brother Carlos. And she killed it. It's so good. I wish I had better timing and I had more time to practice that, because probably the song would sound better on the album, but like, I love what she did with it. She killed it.
I gotta listen to it. I've never listened to anything past The Youth Are Revolting.
Okay.
Or as the Pickle
Oh, it
Home
gets way
Companion
better.
guy said, the youth are exploding.
Mm-hmm.
Those morons couldn't even get the title right.
Gosh, guys.
Jeez.
But, yeah, listen to it. You haven't listened to that album? Joe, I've
No.
listened to all your albums. You should listen to my new albums.
You guys have
They're
like
really
25
good.
albums.
No, we don't.
And I didn't have all that Kickstarter money. I couldn't sign up on the Kickstarter.
I'll give you a new one. You can listen to it on the Spotify. Do you have Spotify? How do you listen to music?
I do Apple Music.
Oh, it's on Apple Music.
Well,
I do
didn't pay my
Spotify
bill
because Kara has it and she gives it to me. It's free.
Don't let Spotify know that.
I
They
mean,
will kill you.
look, fuck Spotify. You know
Joe
how much
Rogan
money
will
they're
come to your
making
house
off of
and
me?
kill you.
Do you
know.
how much money? Literally thousands. I would make thousands, maybe $1,000. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't agree with how they pay artists at all. People are going to get music for free.
Before. Yeah, we've talked about this before, of building a platform that divvied money up a little bit better.
Yeah, all you need to be is a billionaire and you can start it.
I mean, what sucks is the average consumer just believes that they should get the music. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those of us that go to Apple Music, that go to Spotify, if it was like, hey, it's $500 for the year for you to like listen to whatever, people will be like, absolutely not. I'm not doing it. But then it's like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to pay it, but then you're not going to get all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people just don't realize like what you think artists, I mean, think of the word artist. You think people are just putting this together to just give away, like this is people's livelihood. This is their creativity. This is their whatever. And they should be able to get paid for that. And people are like, yeah, but I don't want to pay 99 cents a song. I want to pay $25 a month and get it all for free.
Yeah. And I think,
Myself included.
but I think people feel that they're giving to the artists. It's just that those companies are not paying the artists fairly. That's the issue. I think people are like,
Reese,
I'll pay
but-
$10 a month.
Yeah, but let's look at this.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at this honestly. you can't say people, like, I don't think one can say, I believe I am giving money to the artist because I'm paying my $10 a month.
Yeah.
But if you're a month, so let's say you listen to 10 songs a day for 30 days, that's 300 songs. There is no way you can honestly look at your $10 and say that those 300 like artists or those 300 songs by however many artists, like that's compensation for that. Like just the math is like, that ain't mathin'.
It's what part that like the artists aren't getting paid fair, or that
Yes.
$10? Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Like, and also I just think like what Spotify is doing, like how much labor or how much expense it goes into that. You know, like they have to have some sort of mainframe that holds all that music, right? They have to have people that are tagging it and cataloging it. And then they have a lot of people writing computer programming so that there's some sort of algorithm. But like after that, what? You know, like the algorithm's already there.
The algorithm's already there, and then they're getting advertising dollars.
Yeah, if you're not paying, then there's advertising. You're right. Like they're making a lot of money, and it's not a lot of how much is it to hold all of that music? Like I think for MP3s, and I don't know about like server speed or like how fast, like how much it costs to do that, but like you and I could have a computer that could hold all that music right now. Like we could just build a PC, or we could soup up a Mac with some peripheral hard drives that could hold all the music, like everything in recorded history. You could do that. Yeah, like you could do that for under $10,000. So there's your mainframe. If you have to have 1,000 of those, you know, you're still talking about $10,000, $100,000. They're easily making that, you know, with their subscriptions. And then you're paying people to manage that. You're paying people to like, you know, you're paying for the internet and all that stuff. It's not that much. What I can see is just, it's not that much overhead. Like they're ripping artists off. Like they could easily do that, and instead of paying you 1/10 of a cent per song, pay you 1 penny a song.
Right.
1 penny a song, because most of us aren't listening to 1,000 songs a month, right? Most of us are listening to Spotify to hear an album like on a road trip, or like we're listening to an album here and there. We're listening to a couple hundred songs a month, not 1,000. And if people are going over, those other people eat that up. Like it's paid for, but they're not. Plus, the people that are doing it for free, they're getting advertising dollars.
Right.
It's not fair to the artists.
No,
at all.
not at all.
At all. And most of the work I think they're doing is done already. When you submit your stuff for Spotify, you have to pay to put it through a service like TuneCore, where it tags and labels everything, tells who, you know, like who owns the publishing, who owns the
It's always some Swedish people.
rights to it. Mm-hmm.
It's never correct. Or
But
maybe
like-
it is correct.
And what would it hurt them to just be more fair?
Yeah, greed.
I think
Greed.
like
And the fact that nobody said like no.
some people have.
So who makes the who
Some
makes
people
the
take their
say?
stuff off there.
Right. So like who makes the say? Like if you're like, I'm gonna start an app called Reese Radio. And Reese Radio, and I'm gonna have these songs that people can listen to, and they're gonna pay me X amount a month. Like, where do you like who says to you that you can have that music?
You just
The
have to
publishing
license
companies,
it,
right?
Right. You just pay ASCAP.
Yeah.
And so, like Spotify and Pandora are using this archaic method of owning a single radio station so they can say they are a broadcaster and they only have to pay those rates. Like either the government has to change the rules, which they won't because it's money. So like either they would have to legislate, you need to pay the artists more because this is a different system. You know, it's not like you're broadcasting to 10,000 people on the radio and paying this ASCAP fee. It's like you're paying for 10,000 people, but there may be 100,000 people a month that are listening to that, and you're not paying them even the ASCAP fees for that. Plus, they don't sell records anymore because of you. So that's the problem. They're not paying fairly and they're not playing fair. The thing that needs to happen is either the people write all the politicians and they're like, yeah, I got to do this, or people just like stop supporting Spotify. And I mean, like, most of us don't want to stop because that's how we get music. So like, do it in a way that they know you're talking to them. Like we say, this date, turn off Spotify to support the artist. And then nobody listens to Spotify that day and they get the message. And they're like,
do they? Because you've already paid your monthly fee.
Do they? I think they would. I think they'd get scared.
I think it would make them go, but they've already collected those monthly fees. So for you, for one day to be like, no, not gonna listen to music for a day, they already got your money. They don't care. But if you were like, I'm gonna stop payment for 1 month, like for 1 month, I'm gonna listen to CDs. I'm gonna listen to that stuff in my car.
Oh, that would definitely affect it. Like,
yeah,
I think that would be more effective. I think more realistically, if you could get the populace to just be like, don't use Spotify this day, or don't stream media this day. You know, what would that do to Pandora and Spotify for how they pay their artists? At least they'd be like, holy shit, you know, like 90% of our listeners stopped this day. What if they stopped paying? You know, like they're serious.
Yeah, it could definitely be the jab before the hook. Yeah. To be like, we're going to do this first and we're going to see how this rolls. And then after, hey guys, we did this. We got 90% of your listeners to not listen for 1 day. We're going to do it where we all stop payment for 1 month. That's what's going to be next. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice. I talk out of both sides of my mouth. I pay for Apple Music because it's there.
Yeah.
Because it's there. But if it went back to the way that it was, where there's not streaming, where I had to pay 99 cents or $1.29 per song and own it, that's a cost of business. I would go back to that and I would put my money towards those artists that I like.
Yeah.
You know? So, again, because it's there, I pay for it and I listen to whatever I want to listen to. But if it went back to the way it used to be, I wouldn't piss and moan. I would understand completely and want to support my friends and my friends' friends and, you know, people I never even met.
I agree. And I think just now, like, if Joe and I never start this movement, we're just talking out of our butts here, you can still support your friends' bands, or you can support anyone's band that you love. Like, I think what Spotify and Pandora and Apple Music are great for is you can hear anything. You don't have to pay for it, which I think is like something that the record labels controlled before. And now, or radio stations, you know, like now the world is open. You can hear anybody. But I think if you're going to keep listening to it, then buy it. You like that band, buy their stuff, buy their vinyl. Like, help them out. Own the vinyl. Vinyl is freaking rad. It is so cool to have. Even if you don't listen to it on vinyl, you have it. You know? Like, then don't feel bad about listening to it on Spotify because you own it.
Yeah. I think this episode's turned into a pretty good one.
I know.
Let's do this one.
Despite your attempts to sabotage it.
Yeah, let's do this one as a paid one because we have to, on a freebie,
Joe.
we have to do math problem of the month.
Oh.
So we can't do math problem of the month on the paid one.
You're right.
So, and this was a good one. People are getting their money's worth on this one. So patronizers, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate that you continue to support us. And you hear my wishy-washy. It was discussed on the discussion page. I didn't read through it. But it was, talking about who would pay and who wouldn't, because I said give it away. I did the old Anthony Kiedis. And so, but anyway, we're out of here. We're gonna do a freebie and do some math.
Thanks, guys. We love you. Peace and pizza.